Hello, Misfits. This is Kate.
And this is Kevin.
Welcome to Horrorwood.
Halloween has cometh and goneth.
It haseth.
I'm saddeth.
I'm okayeth
Okay.
with it. It's weird. We both agree that we had a weird October because we were busy planning the show,
right.
And then we were like, oh, October's done.
It's over.
So, yeah, that happened real fast.
It did.
And I got a little congested from Halloween night, I think it was, from like going in and out of the cold.
Yeah.
Like shouting Happy Halloween from the balcony and like giving out candy, which I love it. But I would also like to have a haunted yard. Like that's kind of my dream where we use the front yard. And that we're not constantly, because we use the candy chute, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard. I'm not super tall. Like for Matt, it's easy because he's doesn't have to like reach up. I have to actually reach up to put the candy
Oh my God,
in.
into the chute?
Yeah.
Oof.
And it's really painful. It makes me so sore. And I'm just kind of done. Also, people don't see us up there, so we have to like shout like, hey look up.
Candy time.
Despite the fact that we've got lights on the chute, there's signs.
People do not pay attention.
But yeah, I would love to do a haunted yard where we can just like be chill in the yard. And like our neighbors did a solo stove out front. And I was like, oh, that would be so nice to like be around a fire. And
That would be amazing. A couple doors down in that apartment complex from you, they're having tonight a movie night outside in that side yard.
Oh.
And they've got a screen up and they're showing Home Alone. And they've got like a fire going. And
I mean, I'm for that, but also it feels early for Home Alone.
yeah, that's what I thought. And so I looked at it and I rolled my eyes. And as I walked past, they were all blasted.
And you were just cursing under your breath.
Yeah.
I don't love that the stores all have Christmas stuff. They had Christmas stuff out like
on
a month
Halloween.
ago.
Yeah, I went to Walgreens. Yeah, so we'll get into it, but I needed some stuff from Walgreens to come to your party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I like, it was all Christmas. All the Halloween stuff was gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
When I went to Home Goods that day and I found those glasses, thankfully I found those because they had one table of Halloween stuff. This was like 3 weeks ago.
What?
They had one table of Halloween stuff and everything else was Christmas. And I was like, whoa, you guys.
You know, I think that stores are losing money because they're doing that. I feel like people need last-minute Halloween stuff. They need last-minute Halloween decorations.
Hand raised, like me at Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
In that huge-ass line.
Yeah, I was looking for vampire teeth. Like
as you would.
Like the ones that I had that I used in the Dracula episode.
Yeah.
They hurt. Like you don't wear them all night.
Yeah.
Also, because of like how they fit my mouth, like they fill with drool.
Oh.
And then it's just like coming out of my mouth.
Disgusting.
It's awful. So yeah, but no fangs. So
no fangs.
Yeah.
The worst. How was everyone else's Halloween? Tell us. Let us know.
Yeah.
Did you dress up? What did you go as? Oh, I should post the picture of us that Michael took.
Oh my God, you totally should.
In our costumes.
Yeah, Kate had a Halloween party.
Halloween
Halloween party. Kate had a Halloween party here at her house. It was fun. I came late, and so by the time I got here, there was 5 minutes, and then literally everybody left.
And by late, he means 7:30 because we are old and tired.
7:30. I mean, I think it was it was 7:30.
I think that trick-or-treating officially ends in the neighborhood at 8
Yeah.
or 8:30. And at that point, it's only like the straggler high school kids that just, show up to see what's left. And so, yeah, we had some people over. We told people we were going to start at 4. Like, we'd be ready by 4 because that's when trick-or-treating starts in the neighborhood. And we did have trick-or-treaters that early. But most people, I would say, arrived like 5:45 onward, which I kind of figured would be the case. And then Kevin strolls up at 7:30 and literally, like, we were almost out of candy. Trick-or-treating was winding down.
My bad.
And we'd already eaten, I think.
Yeah, the chili was being put away.
Yeah, we had chili and stuff, and we'd already eaten. And then everyone was like, okay, well, we're going to take off. And then Kevin was like, where'd everybody go?
I know. And then I was like, do you want me to go? Like, I'll go. Like, it's just me. But no, I stayed until like 9 and then went home, I think.
But that was kind of funny. But I felt bad.
It's okay.
But also, I was so tired.
I know. I figured everyone was getting sleepy. And also, like, I finished work at like 5:45, 6, and then it took me an hour to put on my makeup.
Which I will say, you maybe had the best costume.
Thank you very much. It was a combination of the past 3 years of costumes.
I loved it. Yeah, it was multi-layered.
Multi-tiered.
Literally and physically.
I had 4 layers of clothing on.
Yeah,
it was warm.
Did. It was. Another great costume at our party was Mary Wynn. I don't know if you saw her with her costume on, but she had a rug wrapped around her, and she went as the rug that pulls the room together.
That's cute. That's smart.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Well, that's costumes. We're doing a Misfit Tales today.
I'm excited. There's some good stuff in here.
It's a Misfit Monday.
Monday. Oosh.
So this is when we take your stories and we read them. And it's been a while since we've done one because people haven't been sending their stories in.
Come on, send them in. Just write them out.
It's super fun. I thought this would be like a fun way to like cleanse us of Halloween stuff, head into the closing out of the year.
Yes.
As we barrel towards the end of 2024. Also, just a fun thing to happen before, the election tomorrow, because who knows what's going to happen. And
fuck. Oh, fuck.
We are just going to have fun today.
Let's do it and not think about it. I need to do my research on the judges, that is.
Oh, there's so many judges.
There's like over 100.
There are so many judges. And I'll say I said no to a lot of them.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm going to Injustice Watch, and I'm going to do my diligence.
Yeah.
And then
Injustice Watch, Ballotpedia, and Ballot Ready.
And Ballot Ready. Yeah, those are the 3 I use too.
Yeah.
Because, I think I'm going to go to the poll on Tuesday.
Are you going to stand in line?
I think so, yeah.
Get ready to spend your day there.
That's what I've got therapy that morning, and then I'm going to go do my due diligence. You're going to be there a while.
Yeah. Don't you have the mail-in vote?
I forgot to do it this year. I'm stupid.
You can opt in to be on the permanent list.
I didn't know that.
Oh, Kevin. Opt in to be on the permanent list. They just automatically send you your ballot.
They just send you the ballot?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then you can just do it at your table and take all the time you need to research. And then you go and you put it in the drop box and you wave at all the suckers standing in line. Bye.
There is a part of me that I do kind of want to be there in person to feel the energy of it.
I do get that.
From what I've heard from people who've done the early voting stuff, it's an intense thing that's going on, and I will say for our area, in a good way, a positive experience. And I kind of just want to see what it feels like. Okay,
so let's get into these. I'll go first. We'll take turns.
Okay.
Let me bring them up. I put these into. I had to change them all into putifas in my Helvetica 13 point. So hang on. Also, I usually wear glasses when I'm looking at my computer, but I'm not since we're going to that haunted house.
Oh, yeah.
So Kevin and I are finally going to a haunted house, even though it's November. It's okay. The last day you can go.
It's literally the last day before they take it down.
And we were
I think they might have already started to take it down because it's just a glow stick in the dark.
Great. I love it. Okay, here we go.
They're like, how can we capitalize these last 2 days?
They're like, well, we have these extra glow sticks.
Yeah.
We'll just tell people that it's a glow in the dark.
Just come on in. There's nothing in there.
It's just one big patch of grass.
It very well might be.
All right, so this tale is from Annie M. Hi, Annie M.
Hey, Annie.
It's titled, That Time I Saw a Ghost Woman Walk Across the Freeway. Well.
Oh, my God.
It says, Hi, Kate and Kevin. My name is Annie, and feel free to say it. Oh, good, because I already did. If you read this on your show, because I'm not in the witness protection program. Annie. Okay, we saw it. We said it. We saw it. We said it.
We said it and saw it.
Since you asked for stories from listeners, I thought I'd share mine. We're glad you did.
Thank you, Annie.
Picture it.
Oh.
Summer, 2000 and something. It was the tail end of summer, and fall was peeking its cute, witchy head out from right around the corner.
Aww.
Since schools would be starting back soon, families were scrambling to soak up the last bit of sunshine before it was back to the grind.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can imagine, roadways and airways were packed with travelers. My boyfriend and I were on our way to his family's annual vacay spot, a quaint little house on a lake. And while I realize that in itself is the beginning of a horror movie, this creepy incident I'm about to tell you did not take place anywhere near the house or the lake.
Wow.
So that's good to know.
Subverting those expectations, Annie. I love it.
No, it happened before we even arrived. Our car was loaded with my luggage, his luggage, and his brother's luggage because he was riding with us. It was also packed with groceries because despite that there are grocery stores near the quaint little house by the lake, for some reason we think we need to pack up the contents of our cabinets and refrigerator in the unlikely event of a kitchen emergency. A spice shortage, perhaps? An unexpected grocery worker strike? I'm not exactly sure why we feel the need to bring all our food with us. If I'm being honest, it's not my decision. It's my boyfriend's family that insists we take up room we don't have in the car for food we don't need.
I mean, I get it. Like, you never know when you're going to need it.
You never know. We did the same thing when my family vacationed in the Smoky Mountains.
Oh, wow.
And like looking back on that, it's like, why did we feel like we had to bring all of our food? We cooked so many. Well, I didn't because I was a little.
Sure.
Not that I was younger, I just didn't. But like I remember my sister cooking a bunch of stuff. My grandma, my mom, everybody was bringing all this food so that we wouldn't have to like eat out, I guess, or like worry about going to the store.
Sure.
But then we just like had coolers and coolers of food that we had to like worry about
Schlep
getting there. Yeah.
To get in and get out.
But yeah, I think it's a thing. So she says, it was my boyfriend's family that insists we take up room we don't have in the car for food we don't need, but I love them and so we oblige. Why am I telling you this? For absolutely no reason, as it has nothing to do with the story.
Any little detail, Annie,
love it.
Bring it in.
Yes.
Tell me all about it. Tell me everything. Give me the hot goss. I want the 411.
Spill all the tea.
Yes.
So we're on our way.
Ah.
The drive itself is maybe 6 hours, give or take, and I'm relegated to the back seat because, well, my boyfriend and his brother are big boys and they need the legroom. Story of my life.
Yes, same.
I didn't really mind because I had a lot of work to do because the man doesn't stop, am I right? You are. And it was actually easier to work on my laptop in the back seat.
Oh.
I didn't pay much attention to the drive due to the aforementioned man not stopping, so I lost track of how long we'd been driving and where we were. That is until we reached a toll that we always have to pass through on our way to the quaint little house on the lake that sounds like the beginning of a horror movie, but actually isn't. Given that we had been cruising down the freeway at 85 miles per hour and were now slowing to a full stop to pay the toll, the change in speed caused me to look up from my computer screen for maybe the first time in 2 hours. And just as I did, I watched through the back windshield. Is the back window called a windshield? Not sure. I'll check later.
I don't know either.
That's what she put in parentheses. The back windshield, because it's shielding from the wind. So I think the front windshield is a windshield and the back is just the back window.
I would say so, because the back window doesn't really get, well.
Like it doesn't have to shield you.
Sorry, that's really
Moving on.
Shield.
I watched through the back windshield window as a woman walked directly behind our car, crossed from the right side to the left, and then disappeared.
Spooky.
That's weird, I thought. Where did she go? This is the freeway, and she seemingly just vanished. I looked at the toll booths on either side of us. The workers were still inside, so it couldn't have been one of them.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been one thing if the woman had been wearing one of those toll worker uniforms.
Right.
You know the ones. They're bright orange so that if they need to step out of the booth for some reason, drivers will spot them and not hit them. But that's not what she was wearing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, what was she wearing?
The woman I saw had on a long, flowing white gown.
Woman in white?
Not like an evening gown, but something you might sleep in, a nightgown.
A nightie.
And she had long, stringy, jet black hair.
Ooh, scary.
She moved so quickly and then was gone, but I definitely saw her. The thing is, when I tried to remember her face...
She can't remember.
There isn't one.
There isn't a face. Ew.
It's just a blur, like when some... Oh, God, that scared me. I didn't see you grab that.
Sorry.
It's just a blur, like when someone posts a picture online of their family but blurs out the faces of their kids.
Ugh.
Her face just wasn't there.
Okay.
I looked at my boyfriend and his brother. They were unfazed. My boyfriend was busy paying the toll, and his brother was, well, I don't really know, but he wasn't looking at the woman who just walked behind our car in a long white flowy nightgown with dark stringy hair and no face.
Oh, my God.
I looked at the workers in the toll booths. They didn't even look up. It started to dawn on me that maybe I was the only one who had seen the woman. At first, I had been concerned for her safety. She was walking across a freeway for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Now I was just concerned for my own sanity. Did I really see her? Were my eyes playing tricks on me? It definitely felt real. Hey, guys, I cautiously began to ask. Did either of you see that woman just now? The one walking behind the car? Huh? What? Clearly they hadn't seen her.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Ha 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 ha. She wrote ha 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 ha. Cool, I thought.
Yeah,
Apparently, I'm the only one in this car at this toll stop and on this freeway who saw the ghost lady with the blurry face glide across the freeway and disappear into thin air. No biggie. I started second guessing myself, as you would if you thought you saw a ghost and no one else could back you up. But I definitely saw her. I'm happy to report the rest of the trip was ghost-free, but I do think about her from time to time, and I hope she got to wherever it was she was trying to go. And I hope she got her face back.
That's why she was crossing the road. Why did the lady in white cross the road?
To get her face
to
back.
Find her face.
As I'm writing this, I think I'll do a quick Google search to see if there are any similar stories from people seeing a ghost woman in that area.
Well, I would also love to talk to the people who work that toll booth.
Right?
Because they've got to have seen something
maybe. And then she writes update in all caps. Welp, just Googled ghost woman in white gown, long dark hair, freeway. And turns out that's a thing. I had no idea.
What?
She didn't feel like a malevolent spirit. And honestly, I feel kind of glad that I saw her. Well, that's my tale. I don't know if this was the kind of story you were looking for. It was everything we were looking for.
That was amazing, Annie. Oh my God, I have chills.
But I thought I'd share. And the next time you're driving down the freeway, keep your eyes peeled because there might just be a lady in a white nightgown trying to get her steps in. Love ya, Annie M.
She needs to borrow one of those vests from the toll workers.
Yes. Don't hit me.
Don't hit me.
Actually,
that's crazy. I wonder what she means about, like white women on freeways. Sorry, that's not what.
What is it with all the white women on freeways?
You better be careful of them.
Oh, man.
No, but women in white on freeways, like ghosts.
I think it's like a thing. I think there's some lore behind it about, because I don't necessarily think it's a good thing, but I think the white gown, the dark hair, there's something about that signifies, and I could be completely wrong about this.
No, but that's interesting.
That signifies loss or something. It's usually by roadways.
Okay.
I don't really know much about it, but that I have heard about that.
I have not.
You know about Resurrection Mary, right?
Yeah, I know about Resurrection Mary. Yeah, that's a Chicago tale.
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up later. I love it.
Yeah, do. Thanks, Annie. That was amazing. Who do you have?
So I just accidentally refreshed my email as I reached down to press on the story. So give me 1 second, Kate.
Absolutely.
I had it open and ready to go.
Great.
Fucking keyboard. I've got a story from Tiffany Caldwell.
Oh, she's one of
on
our
Patreon. Yes.
So it's probably fine to use her name because
I'm sure it's okay.
I think she left this comment on Patreon,
public.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, Tiffany. We love you. I hope you're doing well. She said on what episode did she comment this on?
So this was from Celebrity Encounters of the Spirit Kind. The Kesha one.
Oh, the Kesha one. I love that one. Well, she said, great episode, and Screaming Goat at the end is perfection.
Amazing.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Love you. She says, so I did have a very bizarre experience once when I was about 16. I drove with my friend to pick her boyfriend up from his grandparents' house in Dearborn, Michigan.
Okay.
The house was built in the 1920s, and as we entered, I stood in the beautiful wood foyer to wait for the two of them to come down so that we could go out and grab something to eat.
I'm picturing the foyer. I'm picturing all the wood.
A big foyer.
A 1920s home.
Ooh, I love it. Inexplicably, I suddenly felt sick to my stomach and had the worst menstrual cramps of my life.
Oh, my uterus just went.
I saw the look in Kate's face. I literally thought I was going to be sick.
Oh, no.
So I exited the house to step onto the porch. When Jay came outside, he took one look at me and asked, "Are you okay, Tiff?" I apologized and told him that I began to feel very nauseous in the foyer.
Oh.
without prompt, he asked if I felt like I was having menstrual cramps.
Why do you know about this, Jay?
Jay, yeah. What? Why? He then went on to share that I was not the first girl to complain of an experience like this after coming into this house.
Oh, that's weird.
Crazy. What?
Because that is a very distinct feeling. Oh.
I say right because I don't know. I don't know what that feels like, but I can imagine.
Yes. Trust me, that is a distinct feeling.
Sure.
It's not like a stomach ache.
Right.
It's deeper.
Yeah. No, absolutely. My God. Jay shared that the house was an illegal abortion clinic in the 30s and 40s and that women had died in there.
Oh, that is haunting.
That's fucking scary.
You know what it makes me think of?
Oh, go ahead.
The basement of the Comedy Store.
That's right.
Yikes.
I mean, it seems like that's a running theme with some hauntings is like feeling residual pain that was felt there, especially pain that at that time in the 30s and 40s, I can't imagine having an abortion was something that
already is so heavy, that kind of energy.
Exactly.
And then given that it was like a clinic, so there were a lot
of things happening.
There's probably just like a dark heaviness
heavy
that
energy.
Just sits in the house.
Yeah. And especially all that pain, you can't imagine that they had a lot of like anesthesia to do.
Well, no, and it sounds like a lot of women didn't make it through, which is awful.
Oh my God, that Tiffany. I'm sorry you had to feel that at that time, but like, that's crazy. Like that's insane to me.
Yeah, and the fact that it has happened to other people.
To multiple people, and they know about it. Like Jay knows about it, and
that would be like, so awkward if some dude was like, "Oh, is it menstrual cramps? Or did you feel menstrual cramps?"
I know, and I can imagine Tiffany's probably like, "What the fuck?
Like, excuse you?"
Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm like, wow, I can't even begin to think what that was like.
Yeah, that was a comment on that was everything on that one, right?
Yeah.
That
was just a comment, but
what a comment.
Tiffany. That's like a crazy story.
All right, my next one is from Rachel, and I don't know if I can use her last name because she signed it just her first name. So we're going to go with Rachel M. That's what we're going to go with.
Okay.
And it is titled, "My Brother is a Ghost?" ? Yikes.
Wait, what? Say that again. My brother was a ghost?
It's titled, "My Brother is a Ghost?" ?
What?
She says, "Hey guys, I wanted to start by saying I love your podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry if this is a bit long. It's not.
Not at all.
I've wanted to share this story for a while, but wasn't sure if it was haunted enough to send. But here it is. It doesn't even have to be haunted.
Just tell us stories.
Just tell us your stories, whether they're spooky or creepy or crime related or celebrity related or anything. We just want to hear from you guys." She says, "For a little bit of context, my older brother died when he was a day old."
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
This was 20 years before I was born.
Oh,
so
okay.
she did not know
She did not know him. Fair.
Older brother.
Right.
My mom, she must be
Are you
maybe
English?
British. She says, "My mom has always said that she just knows that he is with her in our house, but I had always taken this with a pinch of salt." Fair.
Fair. Absolutely.
"One day I was walking from the hallway to the kitchen in my family room. For a little context, the living room is beside the hallway. It has 2 entryway doors. Super strange, but the house is old as shit, and a lot of it doesn't make sense. There is a mirror in the living room, which can be seen from the hallway.
Ooh.
It is huge, really high on the wall. So in theory, if someone was standing in front of it, they would have to be 7 feet tall to see into it." She's in parentheses. She put, "My dad DIY'd the fuck out of this, LOL."
Okay.
So now we know why you can't see anything in the mirror. Anyway, as I was standing in the hallway, I noticed a reflection staring at me from the mirror. It looked a lot like my other older brother, but with dark curly hair, which is strange because my brother is completely bald.
Oh, wow.
I said, "Hi," and headed down the hallway towards the second door into the living room on my way to the kitchen. When I got no reply, I looked into the living room to find no one there. I was freaked out, but put it down to nerves because I was in the house alone. Oh, yeah. When I'm in the house alone, especially when I was younger, I thought there were so many people in that house with me. I was like, there's somebody in every room.
Even today, Kate, I will go through my apartment, which is not huge. I think because I've grown up with so many horror movies, I hate turning all the lights off going to bed.
Okay.
So, like, when I'm in another room, when I'm, like, in the kitchen, I'll turn the kitchen light off, turn the living room light off, come down the hallway, turn that light off, and then go into my room. It's going to sound so crazy, stupid. But, like, I get scared because I'm afraid something's in the dark and going to come get me. So I'll clap.
Just to see if it scares them away.
Yes. And I'll go, la, 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 and just, like, clap and be like, you can't get me.
If there is someone there, they're probably like, oh, man, this is a crazy
I'm sure
person.
my neighbors hear me screaming.
Like, when I first moved here, I was living alone in an apartment, and my apartment was on the ground floor.
Mm-hmm.
And my shower and tub, it was a curtain.
Okay. Okay.
And so whenever I came home, because this is when you and I were working at that theater together, so I would get home late, after the show, and I would come home, and just in case someone was hiding behind that shower curtain, the first thing I did every single time I came home was I went into the bathroom and I punched that
shower curtain. This is amazing. These are also the stories I want to hear. If you lived alone at one point, what were your methodologies of, like, keeping yourself safe? Right.
Yes. Did you punch shower curtains?
Did you run down the hallway clapping?
Did you sing la 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 la?
I just feel it's not there. There's nothing there. But to me, turning out the lights, it always feels like there's something coming toward me. Like there's a darkness in the darkness.
Ooh.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
Maybe I'm being haunted.
Because at this stage in my life, I mean, obviously I do live with someone, but even when he's not around, I need all the lights off. I need all the doors closed. I need my sleep mask on. I need complete silence. Yeah. Silence and darkness. I love it.
I like silence. Sometimes darkness and I am just a little freaked out.
Okay.
Just a tiny bit. I sleep with a nightlight.
Have you seen, we're so off track.
No, I love it.
Rachel, I'm so sorry.
Rachel, we'll get back, promise.
But this has sparked so many memories for us. So they're all coming out. Have you seen, I think I might have told you this, the little nightlight and it's two little ghosts on a campfire?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I saw it on the TikTok shop.
I want it so bad.
It's so cute. I have a lamp that has an LED bulb. So I can change the color on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And so I always put it down and then to the lowest, and then I'll put like a color on, like usually a green or a blue.
Nice.
Or it's also good for like watching movies because I like for Halloween I'd put it on red or
like
orange.
Like a little ambiance.
Yeah.
I love it.
But you can also set a timer to where it goes off at a certain time. So like I set it for 5 a.m.
And by then you finally fall asleep.
Right. I wake up screaming at 4 o'clock.
Speaking of horror movies, we watched Oddity.
Yes.
So good.
You did text me about that. Did you love it? It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
We were clapping at the end. We were like,
I know that final, like the stick the landing part when I was talking about the movie. Like one of the reviewers said that this movie really sticks the landing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's so good. Okay. Rachel,
we're back.
Thank you for sparking all of those memories within us.
Yeah.
And let's get back to it. So she's freaking out. She put it down to nerves because she was in the house alone. That's where we left off. A little later, I mentioned it to my mom, and her face froze. She told me that she had seen the exact same reflection in the same mirror once before and had never told anyone. She told me that she has seen what she believes to be my brother multiple times throughout the years, but never thought anyone would believe her, so kept it to herself. What a thing to live with.
Yeah, that's insane.
When I told her this, she cried and said that it brings her so much comfort to know, first of all, that she's not crazy and that my brother is with her after all these years.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Note, he would be 45 now. Oh. I've also seen the same figure while I was drying my hair in my bedroom one day. Again, I was home alone. My bedroom door was open, and as I was drying my hair, I felt a presence as if someone was standing behind me. Oh, see that?
No, I'm not into that. I hate it.
I looked around to see again, and Sorry, my eyes. I looked around to see again what looked like my older brother with dark curly hair poking his head around the doorway and mouthing what looked like, hello. Ooh. I looked down at the hairdryer to turn it off, and when I looked back at the doorway, no one was there. I went to the hallway and called his name. No answer. I looked around the house and found no one. To this day, I freak out a little when I have to dry my hair and always expect to look around to see someone standing in my doorway watching me. Although these experiences did freak me out a little, I didn't feel any negative energy coming from the figure. That's good. I like to think it's the spirit of my brother coming to visit our family and popping up to say hello every so often. I think it is.
Thought.
Sorry for the long email. Don't be sorry. And it wasn't long. And thank you for making this amazing podcast. Oh, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Stay spooky, Rach. Rach, that is definitely your older brother.
Yeah.
And yeah, it sounds like he's just like watching out for you guys. Oh my God.
I love to think that I've been thinking a lot about this lately, like about, this is going to sound really deep, but like death, dying, and like the physical world and realms and dimensions and like, I don't know, that interstellar thing of like being refracted. I don't know. I don't want to get too into that's crazy.
Okay.
I'm not like a theorist or a conspiracy theorist, but I like to think that maybe that's your brother popping up in a different like parallel timeline. You know what I mean? To yours, like in another timeline, he lived and grew up.
Because it sounds like he appears
older. Yeah. So maybe that's him in the, alternate timeline living out his life, and you're kind of catching glimpses of it.
Rach, that was beautiful. Thank you for sending that.
Now I have a story. It's not mine, but I'm reading it from someone else named Bethany.
Hi, Bethany.
Hey, Bethany. Thank you for writing in.
Yes,
this is exciting. Bethany says, "Hi, Kate and Kevin!" Exclamation point.
Hi.
Hi, Bethany.
Exclamation
point. I really enjoy the podcast. Great true crime stories mixed with silly banter. Love it.
Oh, thank you.
When I heard you were looking for stories, this is the first thing that popped into my mind. Here it goes.
All right.
I'm ready, Bethany. Bring us in. Tell us everything. We love it. I should start by saying that I have always believed in the paranormal. I am not interested in seeing a ghost. Fair. But I do believe that they are out there.
Okay. I do believe they're out there, and I kind of want to see it. And yeah, who knows?
The mirror.
You do mention the mirror a lot, and I do feel like it's going to conjure something.
We should Bloody Mary in here sometime.
Maybe not. I just listened to a podcast episode about spooky games, and no, we don't need to.
Can I do it?
I'd rather you did
it.
You can do it in your apartment and just let me know how it goes.
That's what's in the shadows. I fucked up a few years ago, and now she chases me down the hallway. Get away!
You forgot to close it out. You got to close it out.
God damn it. Anyway.
I do think that there are like spirits or energies out there.
I believe in energies. Like, I'm not a religious person, but I kind of believe that, everything. I mean, matter can't be created or destroyed. Isn't that it?
I think so.
Yeah. I hope I don't sound fucking stupid. That's a thing.
Yeah, no, it's a definitely
So where does our energy go? Like, where do our, maybe our consciousness isn't here anymore, but maybe like our feelings are.
Have you read the Celestine Prophecy?
No.
Okay, I think if I remember correctly, it's got a lot to do with like energies and...
Yeah, I believe in energy.
Yeah.
Greenhouse gases. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Wow, at first I was like, what? And I was like, oh, okay.
All right, yeah, there you go. Shut the fuck up.
That was so funny, Kevin. No, you do that to me when you're like, when I say something dumb, and you'll be like, oh good, that's funny. So I'm just giving it right
No, bring
back.
it. Throw it back in my face, Kate. Let's get tennis going.
Greenhouse gases.
Oh, shit.
We've
really gone off the rails
again.
Okay, so when my husband and I got our first apartment together, which was a basement apartment.
Oh, okay. Been there.
The people living upstairs told me the house was haunted.
Ooh. I don't know if I would be scared of that or think it was fun.
I think I would have been scared when I was younger. Now I'd be like, oh.
Is it the same? Yeah, I think when I was younger, I'd been like, ooh. But now I'd be like, ooh.
Ooh. I was not deterred from renting the apartment. Instead, I named the ghost Michael.
Oh, okay.
And would talk to him when I was alone.
Okay.
It's kind of sweet.
So she leaned in. I love it. She leaned in.
Looking back, I am pretty sure the guys upstairs just told me it was haunted to mess with me.
I love that she just had an imaginary friend named Michael, essentially.
I love it. I mean, she took it in and rolled with it. She's like, listen, if there's a ghost and I have to live here, I have to make the most of it in some way.
Yes, I love it. You have to work with what you got.
Right, exactly. Anyway, in 2011, our first daughter was born.
Oh, congratulations.
We were living in a small 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house in Maryland at the time. As first-time parents, we had no idea what we were doing. For the first few weeks of her life, she slept in our room, either in bed with us or in a pack and play at the foot of the bed.
Okay.
She was not a great sleeper.
Mm.
She woke up frequently, and when she did sleep, she was restless and made a bunch of baby noises. Some might think this is adorable, but I am an extremely light sleeper and was running on fumes.
Oh, no.
She's like, listen, this is cute.
She's like, but it's not
but
cute.
I gotta sleep. I get it. We decided to move her to her own room and into her crib at about 5 weeks old.
Okay.
Her room was painted light yellow, and my mom had painted a giant tree on the wall for our woodsy theme.
Oh, I like that.
My parents got us a baby monitor so we could listen to the baby since she was now in her own room.
Mm-hmm.
We also had a white noise machine, along with just about every other gadget the baby books told us would help her sleep.
Oh my goodness. I can only imagine, like, I've never had kids, so I can't, like, really speak to it. But I just remember, like, when my sister had her first baby, it's the first baby. It's just like you have to have all the things. You have to wipe your hands after, before you touch the baby every time, and you like all this stuff. And then by the time the second one rolls around, it's just like, did you wash your hands? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter anymore. They're like, listen, this kid can fend for itself. Yeah. I slept with the monitor right next to me, so I could go to her if she needed me. Mostly, I heard the white noise machine through the monitor, which would help me sleep as well. One night, I heard her wake up and start to cry. I usually waited a couple minutes to see if she would go back to sleep on her own.
Yeah, because you can't be running in there every single time.
No. She was really starting to work herself up into a fit. So I was getting ready to get out of bed when I heard a voice come through the monitor and say, shh.
Oh, no.
Ooh,
fuck no.
That's scary.
I've been like, who the fuck is in my baby's room?
The baby got quiet and went back to sleep.
Did she go check on her?
I was pretty freaked out.
Okay.
Certain about what I had heard, I was unable to get back to sleep.
Well, yeah.
I told my husband about the incident in the morning, but he was skeptical.
I mean, Bethany, you do what you got to do, but that would freak me out. I would be running in there to be like, who's in here?
Yeah.
What happened?
That's terrifying. You have like an insidious situation going on.
No, thank you.
Fast forward 11 years.
Okay.
I was telling this story to someone visiting our house, different house now in D.C.
Okay.
My daughter heard me talking about this and says, oh, I still hear that voice saying shh to me.
What?
She said it very casually, like it didn't bother her at all. I was shocked.
I love the daughter's like, oh yeah, I hear that person. Yeah, they say shh. And then I'm like, chill.
And she's like, it's fine.
It's like totally.
I've heard it all the time.
It's casual.
I asked her what she meant, and she said that she can think of a few times recently when she was alone or upset and the voice shushed her.
Oh.
She had changed schools in 6th grade and had a really hard time with this transition.
Mm.
She remembered sitting in the living room and being very anxious about school to the point that she was crying.
Oh.
Then she heard the voice. Another time, she was in school and feeling very overwhelmed with all the new things, feeling like she was about to cry. Then she heard the voice. Both times, when she heard the voice, it didn't freak her out. Instead, it broke her out of her negative thought patterns and calmed her down.
This is a very, sweet story and nice, but every time you said she heard the voice, all I could think about was that singing competition show.
The Voice?
Yeah. I'm like, all she heard was The Voice.
The Voice.
And like, it's Blake Shelton and Kelly Clarkson or whoever's on that
The
show
Voices. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Ariana Grande is like, shh, it's okay. It's just like the host of that show.
That's amazing. I like that it's a voice that's there to calm her down, and it's not, if
something malevolent.
Like something malevolent or crazy, or like she's like talking in class and she hears like shh, and she's like,
oh my
the
goodness.
ghost. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it sounds like it's
a calming presence, which is really nice. Bethany goes on to say, I have always believed in guardian angels. When she relayed these stories to me, it convinced me further that she has someone looking out for her. When we discussed these incidents, it seemed that the voice was coming to her to calm her down at times when she was extremely emotional. Not a bad ghost to have around.
Sure.
Feel free to edit the story. Have a great day.
won't.
We won't. I read it in full. Bethany.
Oh my goodness.
Bethany, maybe...
Thank you so much for sending that.
Thank you so much for sending that in. Also, maybe the ghost that you were talking to when you were in that apartment, Michael, maybe Michael followed you.
Maybe Michael was real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make me wonder, like, who's the voice?
Right, who's the voice?
Because it's probably not Blake Shelton.
No. But we don't know for sure.
Yeah, we don't know.
That's amazing. No, I like to think that Michael followed you, Bethany. And you were a friend to him, and maybe he looked out for your daughter as a way to help you out.
I did not make that connection until you said that, but that's a thing. That
could happen.
That could be.
You conjured a guardian angel.
I want to conjure some guardian angels.
Me too. I need some help. Please. Please.
Help us.
Help me.
Well, those were so fun. Thank you, guys.
Those are great stories, people. Send more in.
Yeah, keep sending in your stories. We love them.
We want to do another Misfit Monday. We want to get y'all involved.
Yeah, we want to do more of these. So thank you to Annie M. and Rachel M. and Bethany and Tiffany Caldwell for sending your stories. And we look forward to more.
We love it. Bring it. Send in those stories to
Horrorwood. We should probably tell them where they can send it.
horrorwoodpodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can leave us comments at... how do we end
You can comment on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Horrorwood Podcast.
Oh my God.
It's okay, Kate.
I forgot how we close
Kate,
this
it's
thing
the sinuses.
out. I know, I've got a lot of congestion.
It's all right.
A lot is coming out of me, and it's just not the right words.
Yeah, and if you want to be like our fabulous Patronians, you can join the Patreon at patreon.com/horrorwoodpodcast.
Thank you, Kevin.
I got you.
I got it.
Until then, don't do murder.
Don't do it.
He just looked at me like, what the fuck are you about to say?
Wow, my brain is not there. What is happening to me?
It's okay. Listen.
All of my brain cells are just leaking out of my nostrils.
We had a really busy month, and now it's time to
I do think my body is just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, I've finally let it relax, and it's just like...
what is this?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Woo!